Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope you guys are doing really well. We are back with some House Flipper 2 and back with a little bit of commentary. So this is going to be part 2 of my summer contest entry build video. So I think after this, I think I'll just maybe tour it. Hopefully I can get it done in time still. I still feel like I have so much to do. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. If you don't like it, feel free to hit the other button. Let me know what you like and let me know what you don't like. I always love getting comments and you guys let me know if you like the builds, if you don't like the builds, what you like about them, what you don't like about them. I really just appreciate it all. So thank you so much for being here. It means a lot. It really does. So yeah, we're gonna continue with this builds. I have managed to get quite a bit done. I'm not going to go into too much detail at the moment to like what I've done and what I haven't done since the last video, because it's a lot. You maybe see a little couple of things, but yeah, it still stands. I think I bit off a bit more than I could chew. I think I started to meld them together quite well. The family who own the house are just having a huge summer party and get together, hence why there is a lot of stuff. I've hidden some like water pistols around and different bits and bobs like that. Like there's food, there's drinks, there's a lot. So yeah, in the last episodes, let's go. We started off doing the kitchen. So I've got the kitchen to this point. Obviously colors now. I've started to go in and change colors. I've done the little room there. That is not supposed to say that. I've also done the garage. I just need to change some colors. I brought the pool up. I say pool, more like a lake. I brought it all the way around. So yeah, it's pretty full. It's been taking so much time, but I think I'm making my game lag out as well. Unfortunately, we have like so many items, so that's definitely a me problem. But I'm really liking it so far. We've got the living room. We've got this area here. I like doing this to make it seem like these are actual doors. It's a pain in the bum, but it slightly works. So yeah, I thought in this video we would... I've done that bedroom. I've just been working on this bathroom. I was wondering in this video if maybe we should work on this bedroom, or maybe we work on the master bedroom or the office actually, because I love making offices. I don't know if that's something that is obvious at all in any of my builds. I really genuinely don't know, but I love making offices. I don't know what it is. I just like making them because I feel like you can do like so much stuff. So yeah, I think maybe we'll start on the office. I really wanted this Bessie cup in here, maybe in like a display or something. I don't know which display. Would it fit in this one? No, she's too big. This one? Nope, still too big. Maybe we'll just have to make a little shelf or something. Maybe we could do like a funky little shelf for Bessie to sit on. She's not even gonna sit on that. She's too big. She's too big. But yeah, so the office, I was debating whether to put windows on the other sides, but I really don't know whether to. I don't know if that would be a little bit weird. Maybe we have the whole, because then it's, I don't know, you feel like you're in a little bit of a fish bowl while you're trying to work, and I don't know if I like that. Just like everyone can see you. So everyone out here is having a whale of a time and you're just like in here having to do like admin stuff. I don't know. I don't think I like that. So I think I'm just going to keep it like this. And I think what I would like to do, which I do a lot as well, is to try and make a custom, what the hell do you call this? Desk. I've used a dining table at the moment, but we can use a desk. Where are the things that I'm looking for? This one's good because you can still place things on it. For the longest time, I do still sometimes, I use this little cube to make the desks, and then I sink in, like, I get a shelf and I put everything on the shelf, and then I sink the shelf into the desk, so it's like the stuff is sitting on it. It's a bit of a pain way to do it, but this little windowsill down here acts as like a shelf in itself, and you can resize it, so it alleviates me having to do that. I think it's just there's certain colors that you can't have it. No, it seems like we can have it on everything. So woodcut again, I won't go too much in depth with the colors because I don't want to say how long it's taken me to slightly get some of the colors that I've managed to get, you know, with the rest of the build. So we'll just leave it like that. I think what I could do though is use this as the edge pieces. I think something I do like to do is, if I want to custom make a shelf or a desk or what have you, I like to try and get out a desk or something so I can get the general height, because I do like the chairs to go under. I think we'll go for like a fancy chair. We won't just go for like a standard computer chair or whatnot. So I think we'll go for this, and then I can just delete that because I have the rough size now. I also think the floor in here I'm just going to match with everywhere else. Did I change the floor? Yeah, I think I changed the floor. No, I didn't change the floor. Never mind, I'm making it up. It's fine. It's fine. I think this is something that, as I was editing the previous video back, obviously I don't do commentary a lot here, which is fine. Like, I kind of like it because I can just concentrate. I think I find it hard to talk and like build and stuff like that sometimes. So my brain gets a little bit all over the place. Is there a light in here? No. Let me get out a light. I think that's another thing. I think a lot of lights in here, they're not all on. I do make sure I try to remember to turn them off in case that is the issue. But I think a lot of lights just seem to make it tank if they're all on. But as I've turned most of them off, so I try to only keep the light on in the room that I'm working on. But I think something as well that I would like to add around the house, which I have only just thought of, is some fans. Where are the fans? I think they're in this category, aren't they? Yeah, I think I'll try and do some fans. Maybe I'll definitely do one in here for now, just stick it on the ceiling so I can mess about with it later. But we can have the chair, so like the parent or whatever, and then let's drag in this and resize this so it's a little bit chunkier. I might. No, I kind of like that. I was gonna say sometimes I pull these over so it doesn't, so you don't see the line, but I don't know. Okay, no, I kind of like that. Let's do that instead. There we go. Yeah, that looks a little bit better, right? Okay, so we've got that, and then we'll go in and add. We don't have very much. I mean, we have this monitor, which is fine, but a lot of the time I use this. I'd use like the TV, as a computer monitor. It works. Like I'm not knocking it. It works. So why not? And then obviously just put keyboard, mouse, all that kind of stuff. I think I'll have a seating area in here as well. Now I really like these shelves, and I thought that they would go with this room quite well. But I also feel like having something built in would be really nice. Now it's a little bit annoying because, let me drag that. I've got to move these windows out, so they'll be moved out to the edges, so that'll be fine. But yeah, so, and then yeah, that'll be fine. So yeah, I kind of like to have something a little bit built in. So I was actually contemplating resizing the windows either side and having built-in shelves across both edges. I could kind of replicate this with the tools, because what we could do, it means I would actually have to get rid of this, which is fine. I'll just dump it there for now. But we could, oh, I'd also have to like bring this out. So let's bring that out just there for now. So if I go like this, then what we could do is get an idea of where these are. And we could make ourselves some curved shelves out of like these bits here. So then I can just duplicate that down, but then they'd be like built in. So that's all I'm really kind of going for. I think I also said, like I said, I said in the last episode, or the first, I say last episode, it was the first episode I did, that I was gonna try not to go into like too much detail, but honestly, that's kind of gone out of the window. I'm just hoping that I can get this finished in time. I kind of wish I did a full build on it, but it's fine. It is what it is. It's fine. It is something different for me to do a video on this channel like this. I don't know if I could do it like quite regularly, because as I said, I struggle to sort of figure out what to do and also talk at the same time. It's just like, would you shush for like 5 minutes? Okay. I don't know if I like that. I kind of like it because it's different. Maybe what we could do is I could have, so how many is that? That is 6. So if we do 6 there, and then how many is that? That's 5. 1, 2, 5. So I could actually do, so I could do 2 sets of this. Is that right? 6. 6. Yeah. Yeah, so I could do like 2 sets of this. And then the rest could just be like normal. So I could alternate, and I could put these here. And there. Okay, something like that. It's a little bit quirky, a little bit different. Wait, have I messed this up? Yes, I've messed this up. How could I have messed that up? So we go do. No, that's fine. Because we're doing opposite sides. Okay, yeah, so they would match up. Anyway, sorry. I'm getting really confused. Let me just grab a... Let me actually get rid of that. Put that there. Let me grab this. maybe just fill that in so I can see it a little bit better. And then I'll probably do like wood all over. I might just not do this specific wood, but just so we can get a general idea. Something new for me as well, which I actually discovered the other day by accident, is if you just click and then you drag, it will color all of these like individual little pieces, which I did not know. So there we go. I accidentally discovered it while I was trying to paint those little path pieces down there, but we don't want the inside. Or do I want the inside that color? I mean, I guess we could, but at the moment it's not super important. I'll just do the... She says it's not important and then she just goes and does it anyway. Distractions. Okay, yeah, so that'll be that, and then these will obviously be filled with different knickknacks, books, trophies, bits and bobs like that. I think in the last episode I mentioned about this. Oh, were these gonna fit the really tall books? Because that's another thing I struggle with. They never fit like this. Like, I never make shelves deep enough, so I have to kind of have them like that. But that's fine. Yeah, I mentioned in the previous episode I did of this house that I wasn't sure if I liked, or I wasn't like a huge fan of the same item, like scroll thing down the bottom. But now I've played around with that, or like I've just been playing House Flipper a little bit since like the update and all this stuff has come out. I don't mind it so much. Like, I don't love it because I feel like it sort of clutters up the UI a little bit, and I really, really like House Flipper 2 for having a minimal UI, apart from like the hotkeys that you can assign yourself like at the top, stuff like that. I really like the minimal UI. Like, I'm glad we don't have a mini map or anything like that. I know this is sandbox mode, so this is like very different to the story mode, but I'm just glad we don't have like a mini map or anything like that. You can turn the mini map off in House Flipper, but I'm just glad that this game didn't have it from the get-go. I kind of hope that they don't bring one out, but you never know. But yeah, so like for editing purposes, what I was getting at, I'm not going to change all of those now. That'll take me freaking forever. So yeah, I'm just going to leave that like that. So that's like basic how that is going to look. And then what I could do is the rest of them, either side, could just be normal shelves. I think maybe that's something. And maybe they could be... Oh, no, sorry. Maybe they could be reversed. And then have a white inside? I don't know if I like that. It could work. But yeah, sorry. What I was saying before I got distracted was about the same item for editing purposes, because of the way that I like to edit my House Flipper videos, because sometimes I'm in and out of the store like a lot. I hate the I hate it flicking in and out of the store, pretty much. That's like pretty much that simple. So I like to edit out all of the store. So, and sometimes when I'm getting out loads of like different items, like the books, when it was previously you had to go into the store and grab out each book, I could be going into the store like 10 times in a row. And for editing, the same item, the same for the kitchen counters, the same item, little menu actually really helps for that. So I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it now that I'm used to it, and that it is actually something that I do find kind of helpful. But I still, the color choosing, swatches, whatnot, I'm still salty or mad about that. I'm still not a fan of that personally. But there we go. What can you do? That one actually needs to go up. Ah, it's not even. Actually, that one could come down. There we go. Okay, there we go. They are all perfectly level with each other. I probably would make them the same brown. Unless I do just keep... I don't know. I feel like the backdrop could be different. Unless we keep the white backdrop for these ones. And then obviously we have the inside be brown. Hopefully, if I remember, if any of the lines aren't matching up, I can change them. But... And then for like this inside section here, I might change this color. Maybe to like a nice dark blue or something. Ooh, that could be nice. I don't know if I actually kind of like that for the rest of it now. Ooh, I actually kind of like that. Okay, I'll roll with that for now, but you guys get the general idea of this. It's just like a bunch of shelves. I could very well make the bottom ones, not these ones, but these ones. I could make those sort of enclosed or something like that. I think what I would like to do is I would like to... Oh, it would have been good if we had like a TV or something in here. I feel like that would be... That ruins the shelf a little bit though. I could do a little one. A little one wouldn't move the... But I don't know if that looks stupid. The only other thing that I could do is make these a little bit... Make these like one square smaller either side. So it goes to being like that. That way I could then fit in a TV. I could possibly do something like that. I don't know. For now, I'll just leave that there. But what I do want to do is I could have the whole office be the same color. Maybe. And then obviously those would be painted. But I'm thinking of like some sort of a seating area in the office. I like this sofa. I did want shelves both sides though. I like this one. I did have this one originally down here, but I decided to swap it out for like some arcades for the kids and their friends. Do you know what? I think about these houses sometimes too literal. Like, they're not technically functional. Like, you know, this isn't the Sims. We can't move in a hat, move in like people here. But the way that I think about the build sometimes is a little bit, it's a little too in depth of my like reasoning behind things. So that one's like that. So I think this is another one that I'm going to have to move. If I want them symmetrical, we'll drag this one up and we will move this out. So we'll drag that up like that. And then this one I could... Oh, wait. Unless just it could have... I don't know about that sofa. I don't know about that sofa. Maybe we should just go for like a chair or something. I'm very excited about, I said this in the previous video as well, the Scooby-Doo update, because I do believe that they are bringing some mid-century modern style furniture pieces in, and all-time favorite style. So I'm really, really excited to see those. I don't know if I'm liking any sofa, but I could, if I wanted a TV, I could have it over the opposite side of the room. And let me actually put that back and I'll get out a different one. So I could have shelving here. And then a TV section here. It's a little bit weird because it's almost in the middle of the room, but I can move the door over and then we can just resize these. Then it'll give me an excuse to put like a painting or something here. I've got to remember to go around and change the paintings or pictures, whatever. Okay, maybe. But you could still get behind this if you needed some stuff, right? I just don't know whether to go with a chair or a sofa. Okay, now I'm stuck. That's great. Nope. Oh, I'm stuck on the TV. If the TV wasn't there, we should be able to get in and out. So that should be fine. And then, yeah. So I think I will have that there like that. And then we could have that. And then obviously paint these. And then this could be another shelf or something. Part of me kind of wants to make it two, so it's a lot deeper than these ones. Or, no, wait, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will use some kitchen cupboards. And we can repurpose them. So if I have two there, and then let's use this. Let's make use of this. And then I could have that one. Like that. I do think I want to make it double. It's just a little bit annoying because obviously this one will be touching and that one won't. I don't know if that's going to annoy me or what, but let's try this out. Okay, so we've got that. Is that going to annoy me? For now, I will leave it. For now, I'll leave it. But if it ends up changing when I come to do the tour, you guys will know that it was actually really annoying me. You know, it was annoying me and I didn't like it, so I put it back. But I think having a thicker section with some cupboards and bits and bobs wouldn't be a bad idea. And then I think I might use these ones for the top. I don't think I'll be able to get 4. It annoys me that I don't manage to get... Because they're the same size as those ones. Unless I use these ones and I sink them in. We can pretend. Or maybe we can't. Okay, no, I got it. We can pretend this way. There we go. This one will be a bit harder. That one would actually be fine with one of these above it. But these two, we can pretend that oh gosh, sorry. That happens a lot. The amount of times that I accidentally click on like this thing is kind of crazy. Does that look okay, or does that look stupid because of this bottom part? You would have the cupboards on the floor, really, wouldn't you? Or if you don't have them on the floor, they wouldn't be off the floor by much. So I can just use one of those little then you have like a little surface. I think that'll be okay. And then I can just use one of these to sort of hide that. And then use the same thing for the bottom. Either I use this or I can use a resizable square. Nope, wrong way, thank you. There we go. I think a resizable square might be a bit better because then I could just like fill it in. I think I'll do that instead. So far I'm not hating it, but as I said, we'll see. We'll see if it's still here when I come to do the final tour. Is that gonna match up? Yeah, that matches up quite nicely actually. Yeah, no, that's fine. And then obviously here I could actually just duplicate this or duplicate this and have it so it's like a little TV console. We could have like 3 of them. I think that's about just a square. No, there we go. Perfect. And then they have a little TV in here. Of course we will make this probably, oh gosh, sorry. This is why coloring stuff takes me literally forever. I could have something like that. Obviously these ones aren't gonna have things because we are under the impression that this is just one whole cupboard. That's what I'm going for. That's what I'm going for anyway. I could go for brown instead. But something like that. I don't quite like that color, so I might change it. And then I also might change it for this. I don't know whether to go for like wood or something. I know, but I don't like this color, so this will be changing. But for now, I think we've got a pretty decent office to start working with. I also miss, again, I don't know if this is a bug, but you see how like that pillow's leaning down when I like duplicate it? It goes back to standing up. And I find that a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. Just a few clicks and I can get it back. I can get back. Something like that maybe. And then obviously these will be filled up with loads of little bits and bobs. We'll put some photo frames in as well. Some trophies or stuff. Awards. Stuff like that. And then we go for some taller ones. I like to try and dot them about so they're not I know, like as if it makes no sense. Like does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. But like not so precisely placed where it's like identical, if that makes sense. So it's like, oh, if I have one there, I have to have one there. Like I like to try and make them feel a little bit more like it's unique to somebody, even though this house is like, you know, imaginary. I mean, I wouldn't mind living here, the hell yeah, but but yeah, so that'll be filled up with loads of bits and bobs. I may very well just, I think I'll swap out the light for maybe one like this or something, or maybe we'll go like really fancy, because, but then I'll have to have the fan somewhere else, so maybe we could just have the light above here. How's this look from the outside? Oh, I really like that from the outside. I think that looks great. Okay, I'm really happy with these shelves. I'm really, really happy with the shelves. But yeah, as a baseline, this is what we have for this room here. And let me just plop down a rug. My favorite rug is too big. I could go a little bit funky with this one. And then I'll probably put like a little side table or something for the sofa. So let's go, maybe we'll go for one like this. Yeah, maybe we'll just do something like that, something simple. I might, no, I think this rug might go in that other room instead. Unless I just go for one. I might just go for like a simple one or something like that. But yeah, that is the office. So I will actually need to put this back here. It won't be able to actually fit. Come on. It won't be able to fit there, but that will be okay. Grab a tiny piece. I don't know if sticking it there is a bit weird, or maybe I should bring these up. Maybe I should bring those up. I'll figure that out later. There's a problem like sometimes I will like do a room like this and then I will literally move on to a different room, like in an actual like build that I'm doing where I show like the full builds, speed builds, whatnot. That's probably why sometimes I get confused and then I'll go back to a room and I'll be like, oh, it's not actually finished. And lo and behold, it's not finished because I got distracted and moved on to a different room. I think the Bessie thing would be good here. And then for a stand, we can... Oh, let's do like a stone. My favorite sandstone. And we'll make it... I do love the color yellow. I think I use it a lot in any of my mid-century builds. We'll do pink for now. That looks cute. A little bit of a different color. But yeah, anyway, sorry. I'm getting too distracted. That's the office currently. I think the other room that I wanted to try and get a little bit done in this video. I don't know about this room. It has a built-in wardrobe, which is fine. I think what I will do is I will put on, I think I might do I think I might do that little deck area in this video and instead, sorry. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Where, I swear we had, unless I'm thinking about House Flipper. No, wait, is it that one? I swear we had like a bifolding door. Or am I imagining it? Oh yeah, no, sorry, we do have bifolding doors. This one's the one that I was looking for. Something like that. I'll go for something like that in this room instead. And this one, I think we will go for... I don't like that bit in the middle. Why did I do that? See, this is another thing. Like, I'll do something, but then I'll come back to it later and I'll be like, I don't like that. Why did I do that? Okay, yeah, that is actually a lot better. And then I will still... I'll put like a TV thing or something there. This could technically be like a little bit of a deck, a way to like get out to here. But I don't like that. I'm just going to leave it as huge windows. So... we'll leave that for now. What is glowing? This light in this bathroom is being really weird. Every time it's on, it's like shining through the walls. Again, I don't know if I have like too much stuff. But anyway, I think I'll put this rug in here. It's a little bit small. Oh, maybe we could have this one in the master, like here. Oh gosh. Yeah, and then we'll have... I don't know if I'm like... I was messing about with trying to make like a fancy headboard for a bed, obviously. And I don't know if I like that. I'm really not sure if I like that. So I'll come back to that later. I'll come back to that later. But this here, I think is the next thing that we will do. It's like just like a little rough build to try and get this section done. And then I will have just like the fine tuning and then 2 more rooms to go. But the master room has like obviously the bedroom, an ensuite plus a walk-in wardrobe. So that one's going to take a little bit of time, but let's find some furniture for this deck. I think I might use this furniture. I don't think I've really used this stuff. I've used this one sometimes, but I don't think I've really used this one very often. So maybe we could use this. I don't think I'll put like a fireplace or anything out here. That'll be okay. Yeah, I don't think I'll put like a fireplace or anything out here, but we'll definitely have some seating, a table, which I think this one here will be the perfect table. And then I was thinking of making some sort of, I don't know, like structure with these. But then I'm thinking to myself, I don't know how secure it would be. Let me have a little let me have a little mess around with this for a second. And having a sort of like beamed structure going across for a little bit of shade. But I am honestly not super convinced by it. Okay, something like that, but I'm not too sure. Obviously not just like floating like that. There would have to be some sort of support somewhere, but I don't hate it. I don't absolutely love it. Maybe let's make them the same color as like the rest of the building. But yeah, I don't hate it, but I don't absolutely love it. So I think this might be something that I do. But I might... Where's the rounded side? Is that the rounded side? Or is that the rounded side? That bit? Or is it just... It's just... This one's just square, isn't it? Sorry, for some reason I was thinking I was using this one. Okay. No, there are like 2 rounded corners. That corner... Okay, so... Yeah, that corner and that corner are the rounded ones. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not entirely convinced by it, but I will leave that like that for now. I don't hate it. I think it's just this bit. I think I definitely would need another one or something here. Something like that, and then some way of connecting them, because I feel like that looks stupid. So I'll try and figure something out like that, but I don't hate it. I definitely don't hate it. So maybe what we could do is we could have a nice yellow sofa, and then we'll take the blue and we could have 2 blue chairs, and then we could have an orange other sofa. I love that. Doesn't that just look so, it reminds me of Fallout. Reminds me of Fallout so much. Sorry. Yeah, no, I love that. And again, sorry, I'll figure proper colors out later, and then oh, speakers. We'll put some I'd put some speakers out and about because you know they're having a party, stuff like that. So I'll do the same here. I'll stick one there, and I'll stick one here, like that, so that they can have a little party. And then we'll go for, let's go for like a huge one. I will have some plants. I absolutely love the plants in this. Like, I can only imagine how many there's gonna be in the future. Like, I absolutely absolutely love the plants. The plants. Okay. Something like that. It's already looking good. I know in the last, I always say last episode, sorry, in the first episode of this, when I was talking about moving the chimney, I said I was going to put it here, but I honestly kind of like it where it is, and that's where we actually ended up putting it in the last episode, so, there's that. I don't know what to do across here. I'm thinking, honestly, it's getting a lot, this build, so I think I'm just going to have some plants and planters. I wish that one was a bit bigger. Do these ones float? No. Yeah, I think I'll just have like some plants and stuff go across here, maybe some really tall ones. Or maybe we could do some of these. I don't know about that. Maybe we could have some like hanging ones or something. And then we'll just go for like really tall ones. Maybe we could do some roses. No. No. Maybe these ones. I don't know. Something like that. But I'm thinking here I'm wanting to maybe do something with some hanging plants, and then we can also do it so there's vines coming up the building. I don't know how I feel about that. No I can tell you straight off the bat, nope, I don't like that. I don't know if that fits this build at all. I'm really kind of liking this. I just need to fine tune it and make it seem a little bit more structurally sound. So it's possible that I could actually resize all of these and bring them to the edge here, and then that's where there could be another support. So I think I'll probably do that, but I quite like that. A nice little bit of shade and stuff. But yeah, the vines up the side of the building I really don't think fit this vibe, and I'm not sure how I feel about this currently, so I might change that. Probably will change that to something else. Don't know what currently, but I think what I will do is I will leave this video here for now. I don't think that I will come back for another episode of this sort of like build with me, but we have the general idea of, I want to call this a room, so 2 rooms. We've done the office and we've got the sort of like baseline for that and the baseline for this deck area out here now, which I'm really happy with. It definitely gives me something to work with. It's just this section. It looks a bit empty on its own, but maybe empty could be a good idea. Like, not every, I think there's something that I sometimes have to remind myself is not every single wall and not every single space of a house needs to have something. Sometimes I just look at them empty and I'm just like, it needs something, but it doesn't. It doesn't. I don't have to have anything here. I could get rid of it. Might do. Don't know yet. I'm unsure about that. But yeah, so a little deck area. I really like how that's come out together. Yeah, come together, sorry. And then the office, we have the baseline for the office. So yeah, this is kind of a little bit of an like insight, I guess, as well to how I do my builds. I do really try, especially for like my longer form videos where I do almost like the whole build. Apart from like the little knickknacks and stuff, because they're the thing that take the longest time. Like a lot of the time I will try my hardest to work on one room and finish a room before I move on. So like you could class this as quote finished in regards to like the furniture pieces, and then obviously I just come in and do all of the little clutter and knick-knack pieces and stuff like that. We could even have some like trophy things here. I don't actually know what they're called. I think I've used them once in a build that is coming up at some point. Okay, they do actually have bigger display stands. Let me turn on the light. Is there a door? Is there a door to this one? Oh, yeah, there is. It's like a little slidey door. Will Bessie fit in? No, she's too big. So maybe I could have something like that, but I was thinking, yeah, it should be too big for that one. I was thinking I could have something here, because these can go on the wall or they can stand. Which way's the door? But I could have something in here, like a little Beauty and the Beast rose or something. Something like that. I don't know. I'm getting too carried away. But yeah, a little bit of insight, I guess, into how I work. It's a little bit chaotic. It's a little bit all over the place, but it works for me. And sometimes I'll see something in the store and I'll completely like abandon the room that I'm doing and move on somewhere else, and then I start working on a different room, but that's something I am trying to work on. But anyway, I am once again rambling too much. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode and the previous episode. If you watched it, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. You get to see how I sort of like start my builds with the dummy furniture. We worked a little bit on the outside little sunken fire pit section. We worked on the kitchen, and then I also left off working a little bit on the living room in that episode. If you want to go and watch it, I'll link it in the description. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I do hope you enjoyed it. As I said in the beginning, let me know what you liked. Let me know if you didn't like anything. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. I really do appreciate it. All the support, likes, comments, everything like that means a lot. So just thank you so much for being here. I love sharing my little creations and builds and all that kind of stuff with you guys. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned because there are more builds coming without commentary, which is my usual. I may try and do some voiceovers for some at some point, but I'm not going to promise anything. It might just be something that I try sometime, as some of you do seem to enjoy the commentary side of things. But as for like building full builds and talking while I do it, I do struggle. I do struggle with that. But I might try a little bit of like voiceover or something in one build in the future. Not too sure yet. It's not set in stone. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Let me know what you thought of the little bits and bobs that we did in this video. Stay tuned. As I said, there will be some other builds, and I will come back and I will do like a full tour, a full in-depth tour of this build once it is fully complete, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, I will be submitting it for the summer splash community contest. Hopefully I can get it done in time. But yeah, so stay tuned for a tour on that. Stay tuned for some other builds coming up, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for being here. Take care. Bye.